Okay, so just before Christmas, I picked up Topps Chrome is kind of a I hate to say it, it's not a PG show, but Topps Chrome is kind of a clusterfuck this year. But I did pick up this Wander Franco card.
Nice.
Which is his image variation SSP, not to be confused with SP or the SP variations or color refractors or speckle refractors that they gave us this year. But I figured this is a good card to go after. There are, if the math holds out, there are 100 of each of the 5 SSPs. So that means there are 100 of those Wander Francos. And he just has a sea of rookie cards this year. As we know, Topps printed everything to the moon. And I feel like there's a new set coming out every week with, Wander on the box. And I just feel like in 5 or 10 years, it's not going to hold up. Like, are we going to be waiting for the next Cosmic Chrome release date in 2030? Probably not. I hope not.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think that's one of the big things that we've learned is just from 2018 to now, the production has become so exponential that base cards are almost becoming rather worthless. And I saw today on Instagram, Sports Card Investor was saying that the #1 most graded card of the last year was a Wander Franco, and it was his base rookie at 7.7 thousand cards. So 7,700 of his base cards. And the next closest of any kind was an Anthony Edwards basketball card at 3,500 graded. But that just goes to show that there's just so many out there that it's almost going to be impossible to hold value. So the question is, where do you find value?
Yeah, and I still remember when Series 1 first opened, the first Wander Franco on eBay, I think sold for like $45.
Yes.
Pretty sure you can get a lot of 10 right now for maybe $9 shipped, something like that, give or take. But yeah, that Wander Franco was great. So far, we don't see that image anywhere else across any of the other sets, which I think makes it important. So the only place to get it is on this card. I put up a poll on my story a week or so ago asking people what percentage of Topps Chrome product do they think is actually getting opened, and the majority said 50% or less. So if we want to look at it like that, a card like this with a print run of 100, maybe there's 50, maybe there's less.
Right.
Maybe there's a little. I think that's probably a number we can feel fairly confident on, somewhere in that range. And the issues with this set are crazy. The surface issues, the centering issues. The reason that I grabbed this one is because from what I've seen on eBay and Blowout and such, it's like the nicest front centering that I've encountered. Which of course means, because Topps is Topps, it means the back is going to be off. But yeah, for most of Topps Chrome, I think we have to make that choice. We want good front centering, or we want good back centering, and I'll take front over back.
I see a mention here in the comments from DKV 2.0 opening day. Does that mean that you've seen that image? Is that an opening day image of Wander?
Is it?
I don't know. I just saw the opening. Maybe that's what.
I don't know. Maybe it's I don't know. I think his SP from opening day is batting. Maybe is that a dugout peaks or something? I don't know. If you have that, please shoot me a picture of it. I'd love to see it.
He says, yeah, and Shop House. That's right. It's super SSSP if you can find them in good condition.
Yes, yeah, very, very. Yeah, there's at least 3 or 4 more S's for sure. But yeah, there's just so much noise with Wander Franco. Like so many base cards, so many speckle refractors and lava refractors and fuchsia refractors, for crying out loud, that I think if you can find something that is different, maybe like a base gold refractor, a Topps SSP, I would try to stay as mainstream as possible.
Right, because with these mammoth print runs that the companies are doing, especially on the big products, Chrome and Flagship, in order to make it interesting for people, they're just expanding the number of parallels.
Right.
So
yeah, it hits.
Yeah. So if you can stay with the ones that are really both rare and scarce, I guess you could say, that are sought after, I think that's the way to go. So yeah, I think that's the best conditioned Wander I've seen of that card. Yeah, it's not perfect.
I know our buddy Ethan Spitch talks a lot about history too, and like if you're looking for refractors, golds and blues have been around about as long as Topps Chrome has been around. So if you're going to pick a color, those are probably the 2 colors that you want to go with. And I also just want to say, as far as Wander goes, the dude is going to be 22 on opening day next year. So a lot of people are writing him off. You know, in both fantasy baseball and baseball cards. But I feel like anyone the Rays are willing to give an extension to is someone that we should probably not take off our radar as collectors.
Yeah, they seem to know more than we do.
Yes, I think that's a safe assumption. For example, they're called the Rays. They're not the Tampa Bay Blabbin' Dots Labbins.
Well,
you know, so they deserve the credit for that.
They might fill a stadium if that was their name. So.
That's a good. They really might. They might. The jerseys would pop. I guarantee that.